those, you're ready, Mr. Torbenson?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, we can call the Brooks cases.
Very good. State of Wisconsin versus Darrell Brooks, case number 21 CF 4596 and 21 CF 5020. Appearances, please.
Matthew Torbenson appears for the state. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
Attorney Robert Hampton appears with Mr. Brooks via Zoom. Madam Clerk, did you call both cases or just one?
Yeah, we called both.
Okay, on the new case then, yes, I've gone over that new case with Mr. Brooks and I waive any formal reading. For the new case, the address on the complaint is correct for Mr. Brooks. A phone number for Mr. Brooks on the new case is 414-339-5677. Mr. Brooks is eligible public defender assistance, Your Honor. Good afternoon.
All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Brooks. We are here on 21 CF 5020 for an initial appearance. This is our Zoom week, so Mr. Brooks is appearing by Zoom after being transported from the Waukesha County Jail, as they do not have Zoom availability for defendants who are housed in their jail. Mr. Hampton, do you consent on behalf of your client to appearing via Zoom today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So as I said, we are here for an initial appearance on the new case. The older case is set for a status. So Mr. Brooks, your attorney has waived formal reading. I do want to just go over the penalty sections of this to make sure that you do understand this. On count one, you're charged with felony intimidation of a victim. For that, you face the potential penalty of a fine of not more than $25,000 and imprisonment for not more than 10 years or both. On count two, it's felony intimidation of a witness by a person charged with a felony. That is also a Class G felony, and again, carries with it that potential penalty of a fine of up to $25,000 and imprisonment for not more than 10 years or both. Count three is felony bail jumping. That is a Class H felony, and for that, you face the potential penalty of a fine of not more than $10,000 and imprisonment not more than 6 years or both. Mr. Hampton, I have reviewed the complaint and do find that it does state probable cause as to these matters. Would you like to enter we need to set it for a prelim, sorry. Are you setting it for a prelim or taking other action today?
Yes, set it for a prelim, please.
Okay. All right, we will set it for a preliminary hearing. We will have to, I assume, do the same thing today that was already done for this matter, to have Mr. Brooks produced to our jail. So we will set that on prelim's calendar as he is in custody. Do you want the older case to just tag along there as a status so they stay together?
Yes, Your Honor, that makes the most sense.
All right.
One question, Your Honor, for the preliminary hearing. Will that be in front of you or will that be in prelim court?
Because he's in custody, it'll be in prelim. I can take it if you would like me to. If that makes scheduling, if there are scheduling difficulties, but it generally would go to prelim because of the his in custody status.
That's fine.
We need to set bail on the new case as well.
Yeah.
I can hear from the state first as to the bail requested on the new case.
Yeah, and our understanding all the other matters that Mr. Brooks has opened, the state's request on this case is $50,000 cash bail. Briefly, Mr. Brooks has 8 prior criminal convictions in Wisconsin, at least 1 criminal conviction out of state. At the time of these offenses, if they prove to be true, he had 2 open criminal cases in Milwaukee County, one of which he was out on bail. The other one he posted after being charged on this. He has demonstrated through his conduct, if these allegations prove to be true, that he commits crimes whether he's in custody or out of custody. So based on all of the factors before the court and without even touching on the extraordinary serious allegations from Waukesha County, I think $50,000 is minimal and appropriate on these charges in this case.
All right, Mr. Hampton.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Brooks and I both recognize that cash bail is appropriate in this particular situation. I'd be asking in the range of about $5,000 to $10,000 in this particular case. we already know where Mr. Brooks is going to be for the foreseeable future and probably beyond that as well. We know, his circumstances are not changing anytime soon. On one hand, this is a moot argument because he's not going anywhere. But I'm looking at the circumstances of Mr. Brooks. I'd ask something in the range of about $5,000 to $10,000. I think that's an appropriate number considering the charges, considering the history, and considering the future of Mr. Brooks in the state institution, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I do think that $50,000 cash is appropriate. I did set $200,000 on the underlying case, but these do involve threats of intimidation and efforts to intimidate, but also to undermine the authority of the court. I think it is appropriate. They are merely allegations at this point, but it does demonstrate a lack of recognition of the authority of the court and court orders. So I think $50,000 cash is appropriately an appropriate amount. I will set that. If there is to be any release, it will of course be a turnover to justice point at level 5, but I think we all know that does not look like that is on the horizon. So we will get a date in preliminary court for you to proceed there. And if you are bound over, that both cases will come back to me, otherwise just the first will.
Madam Clerk, the lead investigator on this case is only available on February 14th or 15th. Are those dates workable by chance?
Well, it's a 10-day, so I have to call prelim court, but it has to be within 10 days unless the defense is waiving.
When is 10 days up?
10 days is February 14th. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
No, it's the 15th as well.
One moment.
Just 1 second, Mr. Hampton.
All right, I'm sorry. State and defense, the 10th day is the 11th.
All right.
Is the defense waiving their 10-day time limit or no?
No.
Okay, so it has to be done before February 11th. State, do you need a morning or a PM?
Morning, please.
I need a in custody prelim date for prelim. Sorry, a morning. Okay, how about February 10th in the morning?
I do the 9th or the 11th, not the 10th.
Is the 9th available? State, does the 9th work for you?
Yes.
All right, and that's Darrell Brooks, 21 CF 5060. So much. Okay, bye-bye. All right, the next court date will be February 9th at 8:30, and that will be in prelim court for a preliminary hearing as to case ending 5020, and it will be for a status as to case ending 4596.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.